Ron Casey joining us now from Stamford High School, back-to-back state champions here on the Padilla Poll on psquaredsports.com. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for allowing me to be here. It's a great honor and accomplishment to be here.
I know Wayne Hutchinson's a good friend of yours, and he's moved on up into the Lubbock area over at Monterey. Give me your thoughts, though, about coming in and filling the shoes of a coach who had won back-to-back state championships, but you were part of that as a special teams coach.
Well, it's definitely some big shoes to fill, and like I said, Wayne's very important part of my life. I've been around him a long time, and I wish him the best at Lubbock, Monterey. We worked hard, and they put in some increments, both offensive, defensive, and special teams to play for 3 state championships and come away with 2. We've been truly honored and blessed with that, with great kids.
Some of the comments I heard last year at the state championship game, is anyone back home in Stamford today on the state championship game?
That's one thing that's really awesome about our community, and it doesn't matter what sport it is, as our community flows to those games, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, softball. And you're right, when we looked up in the back and just saw the whole thing just filled at AT&T Stadium, which is a magnificent testimony to our kids that they have the backing behind them.
Overall, you play in a stadium like that, and in fact, I'm going to go into the game. The fact that you were trailing Shiner the way you were, even in the second half, what happened at halftime? What did Coach Hutchinson tell the boys, and what did you see in their eyes in that second half?
Well, basically, we were there in the same place the year before, and he told them, and we told them, do not panic. There's no sense to be in a panic state. We've been here, done that before. Our offense is a big score offense. We've got the guys to do it. We just need to get some defensive stops and pay attention a little bit more to your responsibility and do your jobs, and we'll come out on this thing and battle back. And when we came out in the second half and they kicked the onside kick and recovered it, you know, even myself and some of us up in the press box go, oh, here we go. But our kids, they never stop competing, and they got a heart of a champion, and that's one thing that they've always done. And when the 2 big plays came back to back for us to get back into the game, and then a big, huge stop there in the fourth quarter where we had to make them throw, that made the whole game change.
Gabriel Carrion, Tanner Vance, it all starts on that defensive line. It doesn't hurt to have a big defensive front. That's got to help.
Well, both those 2 kids are, in my opinion, probably all-state potential. Tanner is a man-child. I don't think anybody can single block him. They're not going to single block Gabe Carrion, but what people don't realize is we have a kid that stood on the sideline that played a lot of spot play role and played mostly on our JV that's probably going to play nose guard that our big offensive center last year, we asked him, we said, who's the hardest kid you had to block? And he said, Keelan Woodard, and that was one of our own kids. He said he's so physically strong and fast that I just couldn't do it, and that's playing all the way up to the state game. So with those 3, we feel good if we get the base behind them. Zay Smith broke both of his legs in the football playoff last year, and he was one of our running backs, and he's come back healthy and stronger. And he's going to be the mindset of the defense. He'll be the Mike linebacker. He'll also be our F-back in the offense. But with those 3 dudes and the other guys that we got coming back that stood in the limelight, so to speak, we feel really good about our chances and really excited about our season.
And Ronnie, I'm guessing with a big defensive front, they're making that offensive line every day better at practice.
Well, you know, and that's the part about us is that they have to play both ways.
Okay.
So we got to give those guys rest. But over the spring, we've had 2 offensive linemen that have lost 25 to 30 pounds, and they look good, they look lean, they look faster, and you know, our offensive line's coming together. Gabriel and Tanner both started on the offensive line, and our other starter was Ligon West, and he's having to move from a slot receiver to the quarterback, and he does a tremendous job, and he's been like Bo Emberly and Hagan Hutchinson. You know, Bo sat in the limelight behind Hagan and watched him do magnificent things, and it was his time. Now it's Ligon's time, and his dad's our offensive coordinator, and he's a cool operator, and he can do many, many aspects.
Ronnie Casey, best of luck to you.
Well, thank you.
Stamford going for the 3-peat this year. We'll see if they can get it done. The Padilla Poll, I'm Jeff Power. Be sure to check us out online at psquaredsports.com.